DAX can deal with multiple data types. One data type we saw already is the so-called string or text as an alternative. The DAX basics, for example, a simple string. We saw an application example already with our concatenate formula where we combined two strings to a new one. Besides strings, we can of course also work with whole and decimal numbers, so whole numbers to the left, decimal numbers to the right. For example, when we calculate the sum, as shown in the last slide, well, then you need to have some kind of numbers, and DAX can interact with these. We also have booleans as data types. Booleans might be known to you already. In case you haven't seen these before, booleans can be either true or false. Quick example here, we have a function named isNumber. This function allows us to check whether the fields in a specific column are of type number or not, so whether we have numbers stored in there basically. If we apply this function, we will create a new column which will then, for each single row in this new column, return either true if the column we are referring to contains numbers, or false if the column we are referring to doesn't contain numbers. So true or false. So with booleans, we basically check if a specific statement is true or not. We'll see an example here later in Power BI Desktop. We also have date and time functions already, so we can work with dates as we can see it right here. We will also work with dates, specifically calendars here, in the next lectures. And a quick note at this stage, we will also have a closer and more advanced look at dates in the advanced part towards the end of this course. Don't dive into this at this stage, because we first have to dive into the basics, of course. But in case you say, I want to know more about dates and time and also the so-called time intelligence, then this will be covered later in the course. We also can work with currencies and also with blank values, NAs. Both are data types you can find in DAX. So we know the syntax and we know the data types. Now it's time to dive into operators. Let's find out what these are.